Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk French. This week I'm with Halima.
Hey guys.
And if we get into it, don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe. Hallie, I'll be real. I think I've had about 4 episodes based around like uni and everything. But now that we're done uni, like what would you say, how would you like describe like the jump from uni straight into corporate? Like how would you say that's been like for you?
Different, like it's nothing that you've ever experienced from all the part-time jobs that we've, like the retail, Cytel, all the little call center jobs that we've done. Going into like an office with other people that all come from different backgrounds and all have like different ages in a very professional environment. It's very, at first, overwhelming, fun in some ways, but just different. I'd say I'll put it different.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like not like being dramatic here, but I think nothing could have prepared me until I actually had to get in there. Because even though like I was aware, it's gonna be like this 9 to 5 or whatever hour you do and so and so, but now I'm there, I'm like, I'm not a kid anymore, like I'm not a student. It's like some of these people like that are there, even though I'm like, Rob, actually adults, but like, I don't have to ask to do a lot of things that I would want to ask like normally. Even stuff like, alright, cool, I get up and go to the toilet, but when I first started, I'll be like, oh, do you mind if I just go? They'll be like, yeah, like, go do that. And I'm just like, oh, like, okay, cool, do you know what I mean? So
it's very much like you dictate how your day goes, what you do. One thing you said about nothing can prepare you. I think unless you've even when you've been an intern, you're not given responsibility, you're not given like trust and things to do. But when it's literally like, get on with it. Like, this is your job, do it. That's literally how it is. So I think it's very character building as well. And yeah, definitely with the like not having to ask for permission, you sort of dictate how your day goes. There's no register, there's no parents' evening. There's nothing. Like, there's no grades. Like, it's literally performance reviews or whatever. But other than that, it's literally you. And one thing I know, so with that as well, you know how like we're like grads doing our jobs. There's people that have kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're with people of all different ages. This is like, it's a career. It's not even a job. It's your career now. You're starting a career. It's very different, but nice. I like it as well. Yeah,
I feel like even like the friends that I've made at work as well. Like, it's just nice having like a different like type of people to be around. Do you know what I mean? Because like one of my colleagues married and he's like around our age. I'm like raw. Like,
oh wow,
he's married and everything. Like you said, some have got kids. Like, someone been here for like years, someone also new as well. Like, it's proper interesting. Like, for some people, like, it's probably like maybe their 6th job, always their first, just like mine. Do you know what I mean? But I think one of the favorite things that I really like about working compared to me at uni was just the structure.
It's sure. Oh yeah,
because for me, I'm someone where like, don't get me wrong, like I can adapt and everything, but structure is me and structure just
I thrive on routine, like
100%. So even just like, for example, like the way I can like plan my week, for example, as long as I know that I finish work by this time, we can do anything. When I was at uni, it's like I can say something, but if my work ain't done or if I'm like stressed about something, things have to get pushed back. But that work, if I clock out, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, do you get it? So
definitely, in fact, you can plan your life a lot better. One thing I struggle with though, and I definitely admit that I struggle with, and I'm trying so hard to get better, is the balance between work life, social life, personal life. Like, because you're working Monday to Friday, that's like majority of the week. I see my colleagues more than I see my friends. It's crazy. And then you've got to balance, getting your social life in there, obviously for you, like training and stuff like that, even like just going to the gym, and then family as well, if you go to church, if you go to mosque, whatever. So it's definitely hard finding that balance, but it definitely adds structure and routine. You've got to do this. And one thing about work that I've got is that you've got to show up. Like, obviously you can call in sick in it, but it's not like uni where you just can't not go. Like, you have to go to work, you have to do your job. Like,
and I feel like even if like I don't know, you had like a terrible Wednesday, Thursday you have to come to work. Like you said, unless you're extremely sick, you have to turn up for them 8-9 hours, do your job and then cry at home.
Literally,
unless you can like firm in the toilet, like you have to just firm it and then go home, bro. Like, it's peak.
Work does not for me. It's even funny because on Thursday, which I go in the office Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday I was like, I wasn't in a good mood. Like, I couldn't even tell you why. Manager just kept saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But it's just like, I have to work. Like, just let me work.
No, it's true. The thing is, let's not work, and like that's why with me, I tried to separate. Even though it's like you can't always separate it, but like if my work is that performance is dropping, someone gonna ask me, hey, and it's like, are you alright? Yeah, fine. Do you mind just picking it up? I feel like I don't really want to be like, I don't want someone on my case to pick up work if I'm like down. So I just try to just work how I'm feeling.
Yeah, emotions. Yeah, you got to take it out. Unfortunate, but it's actually the way that it is. Like, you know, when all these adults, obviously when you were younger, or when you were like in university and you have all these adults talking about their daily life, or even our older, if you have like older siblings, whatever, and then when you actually get into it, it's like, wait, right, like I'm actually an adult, like, and this is it now, like. There's no turning back. There's no more uni. Obviously, you can go to your masters, but
that's it.
You've left the education system now. You are. The world is your oyster. Like, you can literally go and do whatever you want to do. Like, you have a lot of autonomy over your life, but it's scary because like, well, I've never had this much before. Like, usually I'm at the hands of something else. Like, I'm at the hands of uni, and do you know what I mean? But now it's like it's all you. Like, you can just quit your job if you want to. Like,
yeah, you can just be like, by the way, like I'm just.
You like there's.
You can hand in your notice, and you're just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not working no more.
But after that, you're unemployed. Like, you're not a student anymore. You're actually unemployed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've been 21 years. You've been a student. You don't have to have a job. But now it's like, you need a job.
No, bro. Because for example, like this in uni, yeah, bro, you can have a uni and quit because focus on your exams. But it's like, yeah, but I'm still a student, bro. You have nothing else to do unless you like. I don't know. Like for example, even though I do athletics, yeah, cool, but like. I can't explain it. I know it's gonna sound a bit weak. I'm not like a full time athlete, but it's like training isn't that long in the day, anyways. So after I was gonna train, what would I do anyways?
Yeah. You need to have something to do. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you can't have like an empty day. Like if I didn't have a job, first of all, I'd be bored out of my. I'd have to go. I just have to get another job. That's literally me.
Yeah,
I always need to have a job.
That's why I feel like me doing athletics still, and even like the pod and everything. It's just nice that I'm just not always working, so that I have like. Work in it, training in it, pod in it, you know what I mean? But actually, since we're actually working now, do you like hybrid or not?
I love hybrid.
Oh, cool. I actually love hybrid.
Oh, I love hybrid, but I hate remote. Like, I need to be hybrid. I could never just work from home. I would get nothing done. Like, I need to be in the office every now and again.
I feel like my best days are in the office.
Same, 100%.
Like,
I'm so
when I'm in the office, I feel it is good. It's like there can be banter, but everyone is just doing their work. Banter, as in banter's a bonus, you know what I mean? And like for me at home, like I don't have like a mad setup in it. So
I have the setup, and I still.
Is it worth it?
Oh no, they gave me the setup. To be fair.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they gave me the setup, but it's just like, even so, because I'm working, but I'm working in my room, and my bed is right there. Not that I'm saying I go to bed, but it's just like. No one like even when I'm in work, no one's on my case because everyone around you working. You just know to do work. But when you're working at home, you've just got to be a diligent self-starter and just do it yourself.
And you got to be really disciplined as well because it's like cool. I feel like it's nice because like you know that they trust you enough to work from home. Yeah. So I feel like don't hit the piss.
Definitely, yeah.
Because like
I don't know like with you, but with us, they can see like your stats kind of thing. Like if you haven't been on Teams in hours. Where on earth have you been? Like they're gonna see, like, do you know what I mean? Or if you haven't sent an email, or if your manager calls you, you just don't answer. Like, but my manager's really calm. So.
Oh, you'll find it. Yeah. For me, yeah, it's like it's not even emails per se. It's like we have like Google Sheets in it on our Excel stuff. Yeah. Mate, if you just don't see when you last did the work, then that's just you exposing yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you have not done
like you have to do your work regardless.
Yeah.
So I think I like that. I think another reason why I like hybrid, yeah, is because like I don't know, you know what it is. I like being around people. At work, do you know what I mean? Like, even though I like being to myself as well, there are days where, like, for example, I can't imagine all of my colleagues never meeting them.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I can't imagine this.
You'd feel like they're disconnected.
Yeah, like, because I've seen them in person. But when now I'm working from home and I want to call them, I can have like a little laugh and that. Cause it's like, are you in tomorrow? Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Like little banter. Like, I like that. 100%.
And one thing I think is that the thing about like when you get a job, this obviously is not for some people, but if you really like your job, it's not just the job. Like you're going into work. And you know you're going to see your colleagues and you're going to have a nice chat, have a nice lunch, you know. So yeah, it's not just about the job, but I definitely think that your colleagues definitely like can make or break your grad job and any job you have, for sure.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you. Even just like, because again, you even mentioned stuff like lunch, it's still stuff like that. Like when I'm at home, I know I'm eating already. But when I'm at work, let's say I don't want to bring in food, I've got like Leather Lane Market.
No, well that's near your one. We have like Liverpool Street. What? Leather Lane. Oh, is it like they have like little like obviously they have like little stores, yeah, different countries, like maybe different countries.
Yeah, we have that. What's your one called?
So we've got Liverpool Street, which is like the whole street. Then we've got Spitalfields Market.
Oh,
then we have Cross Market or something like that. Like there's bare of them little store things. But it's like my colleagues will ask 10:30. So what's everyone feeling for lunch?
I'm looking like, whoa, everyone calm down.
Literally, that's like the highlight of our day. And everyone will start giving suggestions. Sometimes you order a pizza or something.
That's what I mean. It's like a nice togetherness. Like, I just proper like that. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely that dynamic. That. But that being said, when I was at the beginning doing my training, 5 days a week in office was a drag.
Yeah, 5 days. Because when I was like me as well. When I had my training, I was like, wow. Because for us, it was after your training, then you can be hybrids, and I was just like, it was just intense. Like it
made me very grateful for hybrid, because it's like, okay, yeah, now I can work from home and go. It's like the best of both worlds. And I only go in twice. So how many days do you go in? I go twice.
I go in 3 days, but I do mine like in a nice way. I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, do you like that?
Yeah, because Thursday, Friday is weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Like, do you get it?
I go in Tuesday, Thursday. So Monday, because I can't go on Monday. Do you know what I mean?
That's smart.
Yeah,
but Monday.
But like, I'm going in this Monday, but that's because I want this week to be a really good week. So I want to start it off in office. Yeah. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday. All the other days are optional. But yeah.
Wait, so what's your minimum days you have to do? 2?
Tuesday and Thursday. No, it's got to be Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, yeah. For us, our key days are Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
You can pick on the other days, but for me, I just said
Wednesday. You might as well just get
if I did Monday, Tuesday, like this week, yeah. Obviously, it snowed, didn't it, on Wednesday? Did you have it bad? Well,
it wasn't bad. When I left the house, it was bad. When you get to London, it
was fine, didn't it?
Yeah.
I just woke up, I said, work from home, and I saw that in it. So I was just like, that Monday, Tuesday, I went in. Wednesday, I was at home. So on Thursday, I was like, oh, my days that I have to wake up early. I was just like, why did I do this to myself? I should have just firmed the snow. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. With the commute adds an extra hour there, and then barely an hour, but an extra hour there. You got to wake up extra early. But when you're working from home, you just get a little bit of a lie-in. And it's nice.
Cause I get like a 2 hour difference.
2 hours?
I wake up 5:30.
Oh,
I start at 8 now. I start at 8.
Wait, so you wake up 5:30 if you're going into the office? Oh yeah, that's long. And then if you're working from
7:30.
Okay, yeah, that's calm. You should wake up, but you don't have to shower. Like, just shower at lunchtime or something. And
that's what I'm saying. Literally, like,
it's definitely good. It's definitely a nice experience. And it's funny because I think before COVID, a lot of them didn't even have that. Like, it's like everyone. Like, COVID is what brought a lot of remote working. So it's peak for the adults that had to go in every single day, 5 days a week.
That's what I'm saying.
That is long.
But I feel like we should get to a point where, like, obviously not every single industry can be remote.
Oh, it's true.
But the ones that can see that they can, I think they should definitely implement like hybrid at least.
Because some of them moving to like 4 day working week.
Yeah, is that happening still?
Some companies are doing it, and then some companies, I guess, they'll try it and they might not do it.
Oh, okay. I thought they were still doing that trial.
Some of the companies.
They're still doing it.
And some of them will actually stick that way.
I see.
I think if they start it and it works for their employees, they should definitely stick to it.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing I actually noticed is, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm the only black girl in the office. But how is it for you? What's the like dynamic like?
When I was in like the other department, like my sales, like that part of the department, there was 2 black girls, me and the other girl in the grass came in it. So even that, it's a little bit like, I just basically just had me and her. The team that I'm in now, there's another black girl. Another black girl, she's a lady, she's a mum even.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I said girl, like she's a mum. Yeah, she's a mum, do you know what I mean? So like, with that, at first it was just like, bro, like when I used to come in the office, I was just like, I'm the only, apart from like my other friend, I'm the only black one here. And it's just like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say I feel out of place, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't really, now it is because like some of them not like my friends now, innit? Like I do have banter with them, X, Y, and Z, yeah, but sometimes I just feel like I
relate to them.
I need like my black friends.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
That's actually one thing I like though. I was saying to my mum that I've gone the whole of uni around black people. I literally all my friends are black or not black, but they're not white.
Yeah.
But being in an office with white people, it's exposed me to their way of life, and it's like, you know what? I needed this balance because the world is literally full of so many cultures and so many different races. You can surround yourself in your community, but it might make you a bit out of touch. I think it is actually good to expose yourself to other people's ways of life. You're not going to take their ways of life on, but it's just good every now and again, like their banter and my banter is extremely different. I can't say, not gonna lie, I laugh at their jokes because some of them are funny, some of them are horrendous. I'm just thinking, why are you like that? And on top of that, it's also being around like a heavily male dominant industry.
Yeah,
it's also about being around men. Like most of my colleagues, I'm the only girl in my department as well. It's crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, they're taking on new people, but majority of the time, literally the only girl. Heat, like in my department. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other side, like finance is full of girls, tech is full of boys, but definitely like relate to them every night, have chats. Like they all come from different ways of life. They're all from different areas as well, like of England, not just London. They've got girlfriends. They like sports. You know, just be very
I feel like being interested in sports is like a kind of bonus.
It's a
like,
common ground. You can always find a common ground.
Yeah, because like for convo, when convo dies down, be like, oh, like what's your team saying? Like, how did your team play this weekend? Like, do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. That convo just flows. Like, how would you feel like being around
for me personally, obviously I don't really work in corporate at the moment, innit? But obviously I know I've got friends that obviously do, so I know about their experiences. Like obviously it is different to what they're obviously quite used to, because you're having to adapt to like the new scenario in terms of like working with people that you haven't really been used to in your life. So prime example, like white people, people that have been in the industry for a lot of years. So it's just a matter of just having to be able to adapt to like the new surroundings and all of that stuff there. But one thing I'd say for me personally, if I was in that scenario, I am somebody that is able to adapt, so I will probably pick up on it quite quickly.
Yeah.
Not something that I'm obviously used to, but in order to actually fit into the work environment, you need to be able to adapt. Otherwise, the people that actually work in the industry will just look at you like, rah, like this is just any next brother just coming here to work and go home. Do you get what I'm saying? You actually need to show them that, you're somebody that they can obviously kind of speak to you and kind of like relate to in a way. So that's just my personal opinion. I
definitely agree. Like that was even me at first. Like the social work drinks and stuff, I wouldn't really go. Like it's not a bit of me. I don't drink anything like that. But then one thing I made it a task to do, so I would never go to like bars and pubs with them. But if they're going to like do an activity or like an arcade, I'd make it go because I need to be social. And now I would definitely call like one of the girls in like the marketing team, I would call her my friend. Like, yes, she's my colleague, but she's also my friend. Yeah. But you can't be too friendly with all of them, because that's when you mix like business with pleasure. Like some of them, I think they know way too much about each other's personal lives, like way too much. But definitely, I think it's good to like have a balance and be friendly with them. You can't just be like standoffish.
Yeah, and plus as well, like with me, like obviously some of the girls that I work with, like at first, I was always being like, at first, when I started work, I had like a bob, then like long and then curly, the wigs in there, and they didn't really like. They were like, oh, that's nice. Obviously, when I got the braids now, I was gonna be like, oh, I wonder what I'm gonna say, and then they was like, oh my god, like, this is really like nice, like how they do it, da, da, da. And I realized, like some of them aren't from London, innit? Like some of them are from like out and they come in to work, and I'm like, I'm assuming anyway that they're not around a lot of black people anyways, so that when they're asking me questions, they're just generally intrigued. Like certain things that even food that I'll bring in, like they're not even like making rude comments. They're just generally intrigued. So like even that convo is nice.
Mine's the words that we use. Like so, there's one other guy. He's from Lewisham. So me and him are the most relatable. And we say words like we'll say like meaty. Like, oh, what does that mean? So we talk them meaty. I think one time, I don't know if it's offensive, but we described someone as fruity, and they were like. Then when we explained fruity, like it can be like you're even sussing it. So when we said fruity, they were like, "Oh, you can't say that." We were like, "Fruity's calm." Like there's all them like code switching. Obviously, like there's some things is like we're comfortable enough to make certain jokes around each other, but no one's actually offensive like with the jokes they make. Like they're never racist or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But the banter is just very like sometimes it can be quite outrageous, but it's funny still. So yeah, it makes for a very good, not too corporate environment, and it just makes it a bit more relaxed, so you can feel relaxed.
So I've got a question for you lot, in terms of like actually working in corporate right now, how would you say the corporate industry or like where you lot work kind of differs compared to like where you have worked in the past, like let's just say retail or hospitality or so and so?
Oh, you can go,
yeah. With hospitality, one thing I'd say is that hospitality is a lot of young people. Like this would me, I did like Delaware. It's a lot of young people. It's very casual because it's an agency, innit? So you put up to work when you want. You and with hospitality, especially if you've ever worked Delaware before, Bright Sparks or Greycoats, whatever, they're very flexible. Like, and what I mean is, you can come in on the uniform policy. It says, piercings aren't allowed. But if you get there and you just, little wink at the manager, you're good to go. Or you're not wearing the right shoes, you're good to go. okay, I don't have a uniform for where I work. We're still very relaxed. But if you did have a uniform and you literally did not meet the uniform policy, you can't go to work like you literally can't go to work like that. So they're a lot stricter, and I think that's the pipelines from young adult to adult is there's rules to meet and you've got to meet them, because the way that the world is, the way the corporate world is that they're not going to bend the rules for you. Yeah. And also when you're going there, it's very different. It's a different paycheck you're seeing. It's not your little chicken chain part-time job. You're working for a salary. Everyone has the same rules, and like you're actually doing like, I don't know how to explain it. Like you're actually doing work. Like, this is like your job, your career. Like I always say, it's not just like a part-time job where you might not care so much about your part-time job or being late. The standards are different. Your little like I used to do ASDA as well. Like the standards are different. You're just communicating with people. When it's actually a job and a career, and it's like this is starting my CV off. You take it a lot more seriously. And you want other people to also take you seriously. So that's what I'll say. It's a bit more serious.
Mine's kind of similar as well. For me, yeah. Like, I think the main thing is, like, all my other jobs that I've had, I've always been, like, bothered about it. Like, I'll come, let's say I'm going to be late, I'm not caring that I'm late. Or, like, even, like, the way I carry out some of the time, I'll be like, yeah, whatever. Whereas over here, yeah, it's like, I can laugh all I want, but you need to get this done by this time. And, like, because, like, now I'm in the operations department, it's, like, it's way more, like, how can I wait? It's, like, what it is, yeah, once you've been trained on something, you're not trained like a 10-year-old. You're like, I'm 22 minutes, so it's like, we hired you for a reason. You're clearly competent. You can't just be coming and slacking now. You got to actually do your job. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, there's more expected of you, 100%. Like you said earlier about the salary as well, it's like, we're not paying you for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And like, don't get me wrong, like the money aside, like obviously they do have other nice benefits, which is cool, because I didn't get the benefits at my other jobs, innit? But it's just more serious. I'll be real, like it's more serious, but on the different side, it's way more independent as well. Like I said, like over there, like when I was in my other jobs, like my manager was sometimes breathing over my neck, like, do you know what I mean, to do certain stuff. Whereas over here, it's just like my manager, I might not talk to my manager like every minute of the day, but like if I want to check in, I can. But they're not worried about me not doing my work because they kind of expect me to do it. Whereas when I was being like, I don't know, when I was in JD in college, I need to do this like now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I want to get in trouble, like a warning. Whereas over here, I'm in trouble at work here, but I'm assuming like they'll keep note of it, and when they can meet in time, they have everything there. So
fair enough. So what would you say, like, in terms of, because I'm pretty sure you lot have obviously graduated from university, right?
Yeah.
And the industry that you're obviously in is related to the course that you was obviously studying. How would you say, like, would you say there are stuff that you obviously learnt at university that you kind of had to bring, or you kind of have to use, that is mandatory right now for your work? Or would you say that you didn't really have to go to university to get the job that you're basically doing right now?
Mine's the latter. I did not have to go to university or specifically do this specific degree. But when I did economics at uni, it made me realise I hate economics. So I couldn't then find a job in that field because I didn't actually like it. And one thing about me is if I don't enjoy a job, I can't stay there. I honestly can't. Or if I don't, as long as I don't want to hate my job, and I hated economics, so I definitely couldn't do anything within that field. Yours is?
Mine is 50-50. Like a lot of the people that I work with are graduates, some apprenticeship. That's the in between, it's either apprenticeship or the grads, unless I haven't asked like everyone in it. But from uni wise, because I did international business, innit? And I'm in finance, so technically it goes hand in hand. But I'm not in the finance department yet.
Okay.
So some of the stuff that I learned at uni, I haven't had to apply. The only thing that I've applied from uni, I had lots of operations modules in it. So some of that kind of stuff ties into like me right now in the operations work, because I'm seeing certain like processes in it, like why we do things a certain way, because like it's backed up. Like I know it sounds silly, but like when you go through all that theory you do in uni, I kind of see it real life why we do certain stuff. In terms of presentations in uni, that helped a lot because I had to present to like one of my managers in it, like a presentation about something like proper in it, and I felt like because in uni I nailed this, like it's not like a mad technique here, but the way I present it, I don't use notes in it. Like I just remember stuff and I present it. So getting the confidence from doing that, I wasn't really shy when it came to presenting. So that's what I would say. But no, but in my opinion, even though I went to uni, I think there's bare jobs you can train about going to uni. Like a lot of jobs that you can train someone to do it. Obviously the degree sets you apart.
Yeah.
But it's not like because you didn't go to uni, oh, we can't do this job, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't go to uni for many reasons, and like apprenticeships is just for them. Do you get it? So that's my thing.
Fair enough. That makes sense. To be fair.
But even when you tied into salary earlier, I wanted to talk about money, because this whole money thing to me is really like big. So you know, like I feel like people out here, particularly, I don't know what YouTube will say, but like they're really heavy on this, like it's not a thing yet, but it's hustle hard culture. But like money is the be all and the end all, and like I'm not saying that they'll die for it, but like they love it too much. So like I don't know who wants to answer first, but like what do you guys take on that whole?
For me personally, I feel like it all comes down to, at the end of the day, it all comes down to social media, like, and obviously people doing the comparison thing. Like everybody wants to look rich early. Like when they see other people around about the same age as them looking in a certain type of way, it's like, raw, like if that person can look like that, why can't I also look like that? So it kind of triggers them to have to do stuff, maybe whether it's illegally or legally, I don't know, or just basically basically rush the process, if that makes sense. So something that really and truly takes a certain somebody a number of years. So for prime example, like a business that they might start, a business, in order for a business to be successful businesses normally they've been in the works for like 5 years, let's just say. But it's like people, it's all about this thing of instant gratification. People want to start a business today and all be able to make 100K in 6 months. It doesn't work like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just say it just comes down to social media and comparison. To be fair, everybody just wants to look rich from early, and it's just killing our people, them, innit?
What's your take?
My thing, okay, so I think I used to be like that. I used to be very money motivated. But I think when you, I don't know how to answer. Okay, I feel like when you get into like, not like the real world, you realize that money and like these like materialistic things is really like you should start like thinking about your future, sort of like, you know, when I was back in uni with me, I just spent all my money on shoes. I just love shoes. That was it, like shoes, wigs, whatever. I just buy shoes. And I spend my money. I wouldn't really care about like saving and stuff like that. I think I had poor money management. Another thing is I'd do a lot of things for money, and like I'd always have a job because I always need money, or I'd do other things for money. But that's like not how it should be. Like, yeah, like you said, money should not be the be all and end all. It's great to be money motivated, but you can't make money like your whole personality. And then also obviously morally, the things that you do for it, think about it, like just think about it.
Facts. Like, I feel like I agree with both of you, innit? I feel like one thing that people need to, the way I look at it is like getting money is all good and everything, but like a lot of people don't like slow down and take care of themselves. And I mean, like, for example, like, how can I word it? Cool, I work, but my shifts that I work like 9 hours, that's not ridiculous, innit? But I'm saying like, I have good enough money right now. If I wanted to, I could work a night job. That would basically be me forcing it, though. Do you know what I mean? The whole no sleep thing. Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, people want to really like kill themselves some money. But at the end of the day, it's nothing that deep. Like, even when I said like about me working as well, like when I was in uni, I didn't spend recklessly, but there'll be things that I was like, oh yeah, when I work, I'm gonna buy this and that. Now that I work, I don't really need that. Like the things that I spend now is like the little. I say little things, but like stuff like maintenance, like so nails, for example. Before I'd be like, now I'm just like, if I want to get an infill today, I'm gonna do it today. Or like even little like getting like maybe more expensive makeup, for example, I might do that. But like going all full blown out, that's not really like a thing that I thought. I
think sometimes genuinely you can tell, like, okay, this phrase is very carefully, but sometimes you can tell who, I was gonna say who's like new to money. Like sometimes when you just like, this is your first time getting any sort of money, you just spend it all recklessly, and that's the thing. Money runs out. Like unless you're always making it and you have a good sustainable job, it's going to run out. You need to think, like you said, like with now the money that I make now, I just feel like I have more freedom, like with things I do. It's like actually, if I wanted to order delivery right now, I could just order it. Like if I wanted to buy this very expensive top, I could just order it. Whereas before it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work this shift and I'm gonna I want to buy this design item, cool, let me do this amount of shit. It's like you're working too hard for materialistic things, but now when you have the money to actually afford it, you realise you don't actually want it, or your money is put to better use elsewhere, or investing in yourself, or those sort of stuff. And one thing I'd say, just in terms of like people rushing to get money, especially from like a young age, when you get to uni, social media, you've got what's it called, Image Gang or whatever, that all like influences it. Is that slow money is better than no money, genuinely. Like where's Blade Runner said that? Or
you said that.
Like, definitely, just think about it. Like, if you're getting your money legally and you're doing everything legally, just don't compare yourself to other people, because those lot that are getting fast money, not to be like a pocket watch or anything, but to be fair, a lot of them are doing things that morally isn't right or whatever.
100.
But yeah, and even those of them that are doing things legally, for example, like nail techs, some of them make bank, like it's crazy. Bread. Or like lash techs or hairstylists. Like, one of my friends is a hairstylist, she's got money. Like, that's their lease of life. Like, you've probably got a different calling for life or whatever, or your provision is already for you, but probably through a different route. So they just don't force it or compare yourself to other people.
One thing, well, from my observation, from what you basically said, is basically getting that career job that you lot have has kind of made you lot more disciplined in terms of like actually knowing what you want to spend. Obviously, you know that you can still kind of spend on certain stuff, but compared to like before your previous roles where you could have just literally spent recklessly, it's like now that you've actually got that career job that you want to do, it's like if you don't really want it, then you don't need to get it, basically. So yeah,
because even like, cause I was speaking to like my parents the other day and I was laughing about it, like even like last year of uni, for training, we went to Dubai in it for training camp. And when I did that, I was like, how the hell does I afford to go to Dubai? Because I was working at Sainsbury's. And it's like, I was like, fam, I was breaking my back just to get the ticket, the com, even spend the money there. And I was like, now for example, I'm going training camp, I'm going next month, I'm going like Spain for it. And I'm just like, that money kind of that. One, I'm making way more, but it's like, it's just way more convenient now, having that kind of money around. Do you get it? But even just like, I don't really spend recklessly. I've just probably just, I don't want to say improve my quality of life, but I just mean like gym wise, I go to I go Virgin Active now, innit?
Oh, that's a beauty.
So for me,
that's a beauty. That's a corporate people
guys. You know, what's it called? But for example,
but you get much more out of it.
Yeah, like training wise as well. Let's say I'm really tired, I can go in the pool, I can go in the sauna. It's not as packed as like I used to go to Pure Gym, innit? Do you know what I mean? So like I can make little adjustments like that. Or for example, like for athletics as well, like physio or something. Before I'd be like, do I need to see him? Now it's like, if I need to see osteopath even. If I need to see my osteopath, I'm seeing him. I'm not thinking about how much it's going to be. Because now it's I can put myself first. And all stuff, do you know what I mean? So I can afford this. Yeah, I can't explain it, but but I feel like I'm happy that I don't have that culture anymore. Like before I had that. Like for example, I started working at 16 and from 16 I never stopped. Do you know what I mean? Because I was just always just like, I think there was it was the summer I was at JD, so it was during college. There was one summer I was barely out. Yeah, first year college I was barely outside because I was just killing myself in JD.
For me it was the year from second year to from second year sixth form to university. That summer I barely saw my friends, and it's just like they're not there to enjoy it, but why do I need to work? And it's not even like I need to work to enjoy it. I just had this thing of like I just need money. Like it's really really bad mindset to have. I think it's definitely good to find balance. Thank God I found it.
One thing I'd say is like there's obviously a saying that everyone knows, like time is money. So like obviously as you get older, time is kind of running out. So that time that obviously you lot are working, you're breaking your backs off and obviously getting money or whatnot whilst your friends are kind of enjoying, you're kind of missing out on that. Like obviously like now as we're getting older, people's got priorities, but it's like you don't really need to kill yourselves for money, to be fair. Like money comes and goes, to be fair. Time doesn't really come and go like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if there's that opportunity to actually have fun, obviously don't like go overboard and then just recklessly just be having fun every now and then. But if there's that actual opportunity to actually go out and have fun, then take that opportunity and do it.
Definitely. I think with me now, actually, one thing I thought to say is that actually the way that I spend money is actually different, because now I think I spend it on experiences. So holiday, I'm more like I think I love traveling.
Yeah, you two are both holiday people. I don't know if you're
I think-
more. You two were like on the
It's the
holiday
best way
thing.
to-
I can't
money.
lie. To be fair, as I've gotten older, well, I've always been used to going on holidays or whatnot. But it's like as I've gotten older, I've kind of prioritized that more over like materialistic stuff. Like, yeah, I can buy all the latest shoes, the nice trackies or whatnot, but the experiences of actually going out on holiday, that's something that you're gonna remember forever. Something like clothes, you're not gonna have that forever. I can grow out of it. I can fucking this same night tech that I'm wearing today is not gonna be the same in 5 years' time. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas in 5 years' time, I'm still gonna remember, when I went to fucking Dubai last month. Do you get what I'm saying? So
It's a good point, you know, because it's true actually. Because that's what I was saying. Yeah, I wanna like this year just fly out. Like for example, I'm not counting Spain because that's for athletics. I mean like proper like
Holiday.
going and have fun.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm at work, yeah, just like I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I went Thailand this month, and then we went here. I'm just like, wow. Like,
My colleagues travel, bro. One of them just went skiing like last week. One of them's on a cruise in like the South, like
Bro,
Caribbean,
crazy.
South America. Like these lot travel, but to be fair, like that's how they spend the money. But they come back with the best story times. Like, do you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing.
Such a good way to spend your money. I definitely think that
the thing is,
do more experiences.
with the experiences, I'd say you kind of, obviously, even though people do it, like regardless of what age or whatnot, I'd say right now in our early 20s is kind of like the best time to kind of do it, because it's like as the older you get, the more priorities you kind of have. So when you get older and you have way more priorities, you might not have the time to obviously just freely travel the way you want to do.
Yeah.
Like same way somebody right now at the age of 22 is traveling maybe 2-3 times a year. When you're like 30, that might be once every 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, as the younger you are, just take the opportunity to actually go out and do them experiences.
Definitely, completely agree.
But there also shouldn't be. Well, I'm kind of like not countering, but there also shouldn't be like pressure to either.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna say,
100.
we haven't even mentioned cost of living crisis.
Different mate, there isn't like, for example, like for people that are younger, yeah, like I was saying this to Steve literally last week, yeah. I was like, bro, like there's some people you might see on TikTok these holidays. You don't, like for example, some person might be there because their mum was like as a present bought that for them. I don't know, friend number B had to work 2 shifts for them. Friend C probably used that certain else.
in
You know
debt,
what I mean?
you never know.
So it's like you shouldn't be thinking to yourself, oh my days, like everyone's going here, I need to too. Listen, if you don't have the money to do that, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like I was even like, I've always said like there's I know like hotels are quite expensive, but even like staycations somewhere in the UK or somewhere that's not as like, let's say you can't go Cancun. You don't
Oh no,
have to go
I love
Cancun.
a good hotel. Like
Yeah, hotels are nice.
yeah, I love a good hotel.
I went hotel for my birthday, and honestly, that was
It's
like
good experience.
very nice. Even though it was for like a night, just like a nice getaway from like home. Do you know what I mean? So there's no need to feel pressured, especially like in times like this, innit?
At the end of the day, your time will come in it. Like I feel like personally, experience like holidays is an experience. There's other ways that you can actually have
Different
nice experiences as well. Like the same thing that we were saying last week as well. Like if you like football, go and watch your favorite football team in their stadium. Like that's way cheaper than going on holiday. Do you know what I'm saying? That's something that you're gonna remember for
life.
For life. Do you
Especially
know what I'm
team
saying?
wins.
Yeah,
Get
especially.
on.
But if a
Especially
team
if your team wins,
it's
yeah.
just, mwah.
Something you're gonna remember for life. So it's like, even though you might not have the money right now to actually go out and go on a holiday that you want to go on, it's like you live within your means, innit? Like if you've got money to buy, let's just say for me personally, I like football. If I've got money to buy a fucking Man United ticket, I'm gonna go. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like I have that money right now. I might not have the money for a holiday. That's something that I could probably do later on in my life. Whether it's next year, whether it's in 2 years, doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. Do you know what I'm saying? I just got to live within my means at the moment. It's like last year, obviously, I traveled 3 times in it, but that's when it was much affordable. Right now, this time last year, I had 2 holidays booked. This time, right now, I've got no holidays booked because obviously prices are not making sense. You get what I'm saying? But I know for me personally, I'm disciplined, innit? I'm living within my means. I know that, pardon me. I know that, I can't really, at the moment, me breaking my back for like $5 on a ticket to somewhere that I know last year I could have got for 2 bills. It's insanity.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not really rushing, going out my way to spend the money on that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a really good point, that everyone should just live within their means. Like, and our parents should have taught us this as well. Like, you know, you shouldn't be trying to get into like debt for anything, even like, you know, borrowing money for and to go do anything that's not like compulsory right that second. Even like living luxury, or like, you know, we're literally in a cost of living crisis. Like, people are literally struggling to make ends meet. You should not feel so pressured within yourself to live up to expectations that no one has set for you, because even when you look at social media, no one's got a gun to your head that you've got to meet the same things that other people are doing. That's one thing I'm actually grateful for. I don't have that mindset that because so and so's doing it, I need to do it. Please, me, I'll do it in my own time. Me, I don't even want to do it. Like, I don't actually want to do it. Like, if you actually don't do something, no one can pressure you. Don't let social media peer pressure you to do anything, either to yourself or to go on any sort of holiday. A lot, you know, when people like, you know, when there's always like the spot. I think this is what that DLT Malta or whatever. That's that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
There's always a spot, but where do you want to go?
Okay.
What are you? If you're interested in Athens, you go to Greece. You know, if you're interested in specific sort of art, you know, you go to Rome or Sicily.
Yeah.
If you're interested in certain food, you know, you go to, you know, maybe like, I don't know, like Africa or something. You do like what you want to do, like, and you will feel so much more rich. When I tell you, traveling makes you feel rich.
Yeah,
like,
100.
no amount of money, traveling makes you feel rich. Like, so you travel where you want to go and do the experience you want to do. And even so, I mean, visit museums in UK. You will actually, knowledge is wealth. Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, just have these experiences that make you feel rich, as opposed to just buying things, and you will literally see your quality of life will go up. You'll just feel good. Like, when I go out somewhere and I've had like a nice day out, I feel so happy.
Yeah,
like,
I come home, I feel like this is a proper nice day out
you feel
today.
fulfilled,
Yeah,
like you feel so good. You don't actually need to go on holiday to feel that way. There's times that I'm like, oh, I've ruined the holiday, but it's like, okay, you know what? Let me not go. Let me go out for brunch, and then I'll go to the spa with my friend, and or I'll go to massage, or I'll go gym or something, and I feel good. Like, when I come back, it's like, yeah, you have that holiday mindset. You don't need to be abroad, or you have that one day to yourself. You know, you're chilling, whatever. I think all this holiday as well, and it's like we're all young. Like, a lot of people that actually don't have the privilege of being able to leave the country or affording to leave the country. So yeah, we shouldn't put pressure on ourselves. And then on top of that, we should feel very grateful if we're able to do that. So yeah.
I even want to touch on that as well. Like, same way, like, obviously, if you do want to travel, obviously, living within your means is like, you don't, like, cool, for example, this summer, I'm hearing that Malta is probably, DLT Malta is the
I've
obviously
seen
the
it on
place
Twitter.
that,
So
but obviously, prices are outrageous. You know what I'm saying?
Malta's not expensive.
It shouldn't be expensive, but
be
because of that
expensive.
DLT, bro, because of that DLT, I think I saw like 1.3k.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's crazy.
Malta.
We're in Europe still, no?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy, and it's like, don't actually, cool. If you yourself want to travel, don't actually think to yourself like, rah, I want to go Malta just because everyone's there. But the price is not making sense. There's other places that you can probably spend like £80 on a ticket that you can go to, whether it's Greece, whether it's even Paris for the day. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're still traveling, but you're still actually living within your means. You don't need to kill your back for fucking £5 on a flight ticket to Malta. Then you got to spend like what, another £5 on accommodation. Then you got to spend another £5. It's
Bro,
mad.
Just for that DLT, I don't know what they're doing there. I
And then-
I want to know what they're doing as well.
don't know what they're doing
Nah,
there.
it's crazy
I
still.
I'm
The price is not making
No, but
sense.
you know what? I'm
son.
shocked. I'm not even joking. Like, I kid you not. You know, like, I'm happy you're wrong with the airline. I don't know if it was Ryanair or EasyJet. Bro, Malta was on there for them quick little one-way flights.
Yeah.
So when you lot are saying that much, I'm thinking you are joking.
Joking,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
crazy
no way I'm
still.
paying that much to go to
Malta, defo, you can get all inclusive holiday. Obviously not now for that
Yeah.
deal to Malta, but let's say this time last year,
Yeah.
you probably could have gone Malta for $3 max,
Literally.
hotel, everything included.
Literally.
But now you're going to party with the same people that you live with in London.
it's
What
mad
makes sense,
still.
bro?
Because for me, yeah, like, one of my, I call it a rule for like, when I do want to travel, there's certain limits I have in Europe. If it's too much, I'm leaving the continent. Like, for example, like the ticket that I paid, I'm trying to think, when I went to Dubai, I don't know if it was like £6-7 bills, for 2 weeks. That's a wrap for 2 weeks.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Do you think I want to pay £6 to go somewhere in Europe?
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's nowhere in Europe you can.
That costs-
Even France, I'm not paying. No one believes me. I'm not paying more than £200 to go to France.
Yeah.
I know I could find that 100 or something because there's France, there's ferry, there's Eurostar, there's even like, I don't know, I can't describe it yet, but like, for me, the money that's what I'm saying. Know what you want to do in it, because like the money you will spend over there, you might want to go to Egypt for whatever reason. You can spend that same money to go leave the continent, really get like a different kind of experience and vibe, and come back really, really happy about it. Do you know what I mean? So, nah, I'm rattled.
Yeah, like
Sorry, I'm rattled. I'm not paying.
it's mad because the motor prices is that exactly the same amount that you'll probably spend on a holiday to fucking America.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
what I'm gonna
swear-
say.
swear
Blood of
down.
Caribbean or something. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the Caribbean or
Crazy,
something.
So when you put it in that kind of perspective, it makes you deep. I'm not doing that.
No.
Unless you really want to go.
Unless you
No,
actually
but-
want to
no,
go.
No. Let's be honest. I have never heard.
Someone.
So
Like, this is funny because Vella's from Malta. That's what he's like Italian Jews. But I ain't never heard anyone in their life say, "Oh my god, I really want to go Malta."
Yeah, so
Who's
no
got
one.
Malta on their bucket list?
No,
Me,
Malta's not
for
on their
real.
top 5.
No one.
It's on
Maybe
no
top
one's
10.
top 5.
It's,
No.
if you're gonna, it's gonna be Italy. I don't even know where Malta. Okay, I don't even know where
Is
Malta
it Eastern
It's
Europe?
somewhere in Europe.
No, it's
Somewhere
not
in
Eastern
Europe,
It's,
innit?
it's
It might
warm.
even be its own island.
yeah, it
somewhere.
might be its own
I don't even know
island
where it
still.
is.
It's somewhere, but it's not like, you know, people have like, for me, like Thailand's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, I really want to go to New York.
Yeah, even Paris can be on some people's bucket list.
Yeah,
Tokyo,
100%.
that sort of thing. No one, anyone ever said they want to go
Malta,
Malta?
no, I've never heard that one still.
Bro.
Everyone, to be fair, everyone's actually going there just for the
Just
The
for the
motive.
thing.
yeah,
Well,
the
DOT
thing
is
itself.
a motive though, innit?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I think it's like Rolling Loud. It's like the
Like
thing
an
that
event thing,
goes
yeah.
like different thing. It's a concert. With
No,
just-
it's not a concert. It's just like an event.
Like an Afro Nation.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. Forget
No,
Rolling
it's not.
Loud.
It's not
Rolling
like an
Loud's
Afro.
Rolling Loud's a
Actually,
thing.
no. Yeah,
Oh, it's concerts.
Yeah, it's
DOT
concerts. Yeah, yeah,
concerts.
That's a 3-day.
yeah.
So what's that
So
motive for that?
it's like
They
Afro
have day
Nation, man.
parties, boat parties.
So
Oh,
is
yeah.
DOT the motive for that plus 25s and they go to that box park and that?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Box Park.
I'm thinking of something
Wait,
else.
No,
Yeah,
I think they do a little something in London.
Yeah,
as well
they
The
still.
DLT has happened in Box Park.
Before like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like,
they
like a
do.
plus certain age, but
They-
what's 22 now, innit? But I don't know. Can I go? Can I go?
No, I can't lie. There's a lot of
That's 21 plus, and we have DLT that's 25.
yeah. There's a lot of the
Oh,
DLT
isn't
motor.
it?
There's a lot of olders. That are there's a lot of people like 25 plus that are going.
Maybe
still.
they want like an exclusive event like that's for them. But if they've done it in London, I could never imagine
It sells out,
them
though.
traveling.
And then it sells out.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
when I'm on
definitely.
tour, someone be like, "Oh, he's selling DLT ticket ASAP." So I know
it
it
sells
sells
out,
out.
it sells
Like,
out.
people need that.
It's
It's
popping
Like I know
still.
that.
It's true.
Popping.
Damn.
A concert, then you're paying for something. It's not
Let
even
me tell
just
you
going
something
to
about
party with
concerts.
people.
Yeah.
That's another experience.
Concerts.
Yeah.
I went to the Chris Brown concert, and I'm not joking.
Are you sure you want to say that?
No, I don't mind, bro. I don't mind, innit? Because I got time for every artist in the world, innit?
Yeah.
I got
It's true,
time
actually, it's true.
for
Everyone
every
has
other
their- yeah.
artist, but
How was it? Was it your Valentine's
I'm
Day?
not
Public.
gonna lie to you. Now on the
Disclaimer.
15th, I'll be real with him. It was
We don't condone in the actions that he obviously participated.
yeah.
in
Sorry,
past
we don't
years, but
condone in
Yeah.
the accidents. There, sorry.
Accidents.
Sorry. You know what, yeah?
Sorry.
Alright, cool.
good.
The Under the Influence tour that I went to was amazing. I'm not a joke aside though. Like that concert was amazing.
I've only heard good things about it, to be fair.
Like it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I told my colleagues best £100 I spent this year. Like I'm being real. It's the best £100 I spent this year. But I'm a big fan in it, so I heard every song that he played. I wanted to hear anyways.
felt it, yeah.
He played my favorite song at the end. You can't compare. Like for example, like I want to go to more concerts because before
Yeah.
I've lacked on so many concerts. I've only been to
Yeah.
3, but they've all been 10 out of 10. I went to Popcorn, Dave, and Chris.
I don't think anyone I know has ever been to a concert and regretted it.
Yeah,
I think that if you're like into music or whatever, or you're into that artist,
Yeah.
it's one of the best ways you can spend your money.
definitely.
Even if you're not even into the artist, there's certain artists that you go to, like Coldplay. I worked at that concert; they were playing bangers.
I went to
Ed
Coldplay.
Sheeran, bang! Like I don't listen to Ed Sheeran, but it's like, do you know what I mean? A concert is good to spend money. I think football matches really worth spending money.
Yeah, 100.
Traveling, I don't know, it's like experiences. Like, it's not every day buy a bag or buy shoes. Sometimes
Something that you probably buy the bag and you'd probably be bored of it by next week.
yeah, you've been away a couple times, but some things own, like Beyonce. That's I don't know when the last time she did a concert was, but or even Chris Brown, like it's one
think
thing.
Sorry, the Chris Brown one was
the
different.
thing-
It was his first one in 10 years in the country.
That's
So
what-
that's
see
why
what
I
I
like.
mean?
Sorry,
Yeah.
this-
That's what I'm saying. Even with like concerts itself, like you actually never know if that specific artist is going to do another one. So it's like,
Yeah, you
you've
just need
got
to take a chance.
Yeah, you just got to take your chance still. Because like, even like a couple of years ago, obviously I went to a Roddy Ricch concert, thinking obviously he used to be one of my favorite artists back then. But it's
Yeah.
like ever since then, I don't even think my man's gonna do another
Is he
concert.
even allowed in the country?
That as well, and on
Isn't
top
he?
of that, on top of
He's
that,
bad.
Somebody got stabbed at.
that's yeah. Somebody got stabbed. On top of that, you never know whether in a couple of years' time you're still gonna like that artist.
That is very
Because right now I don't listen to Roddy Ricch anymore. But at that current moment,
He had to be there.
he just had to be there. He was one of my favorite artists then, but obviously now he's not. Do you get what I'm saying? So in life, a lot of stuff can change. Like when you got experiences like that, you just got to take
Take
it
it when
In
it
the
comes.
moment.
in the
yeah.
moment. Still,
Is there any? I think the one concert I regret not going to ever was DBE. You know.
but DB have concerts all the time. though.
No, but I keep missing it.
Oh,
That's the
that-
problem.
yeah, that's
What
where
kind
you're
of
like
DBE
you're
fan am
still.
I? I'm
Oh,
missing it.
There's one in July.
These are.
Oh,
I know,
They're
July the
releasing
7th.
music
But-
anyway, so
to
it
be-
makes
The
sense.
one that you should have gone to is the one that was in Alexander Palace.
Yeah, that one, yeah, that one,
I was
that one.
jealous.
That's their best.
I
That's their best
was
concert. That's their best concert. That's their best concert.
No, I've been
And
jealous.
I've been to two. I went to their first ever one. Well, obviously, their first ever one was lit because it's their first ever concert.
Oh yeah,
innit?
Oh,
yeah.
that must be nice.
But Alexandra Palace for me, top sip. Top
But like, I
sip.
heard it was amazing. I'm just there like, what kind of DBE fan am I to not go to to go to the concert?
Yeah.
I think,
Even
I think
another
concerts is a good way. I was gonna say, I just agree. And to be fair,
even another experience that like Emma really interested in. I actually heard it. It's theaters, you know.
what?
Theaters.
Theaters, like
Theatres,
she's like
don't-
going to a theater is.
But guys, if you ever have £100 to your name and you don't know what to do with it, go and watch Lion King in theatre. We're lied to like.
Oh,
the
Lion
best money
King.
you've
Wait, Lion
ever
King's
spent.
£100.
But it
I
was
thought that
like-
shit was like £20 or something.
Theatre's expensive.
Swear
like,
down.
bro.
Theaters.
Oh, shit.
Pricey. That's why me, I just do my cinema every week. But theatre, when I can
did
afford
not
it,
know,
I go.
you know, that's
when I tell
crazy.
you, Lion King, it will rock your world. There's nothing it's the best thing you're ever gonna watch,
That's
like ever.
crazy.
Do you know what it is? It must be good
Would
because you know
you-
what it is, for so many years I've been seeing like everywhere.
Do you know what it is? Would you not say it's better than like the actual movie? Like
What, the Lion King in the theatre?
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Oh, swear like that.
Bro,
Okay, cool, fair
there's
enough
nothing
then.
that can compare
That's
ever.
nice.
Like when I tell you, till this day, it's the best thing I've ever like watched. And when I say watch, I mean the best form of media.
Yeah.
Like it's in terms of music, it's the best thing I've ever experienced. Like ever. It's just beautiful. Like I went with my friend.
Yeah.
I had to take my mum because I was like, Mum, you need to see this.
that's
like, bro.
crazy, you know.
So
What is it? Not a long question here, but like, how long is it in a
I
theater
was
compared
thinking
to
the
like, the
same
movie
thing.
time?
Yeah, I
How
was
long
thinking
is
the
it?
it's like 2 hours in the
Yeah.
theatre. I think
Oh,
like
so
2
similar
hours
to the
plus.
movie, innit?
Yeah, it's literally the same as the movie,
Yeah.
but just better, guys.
Do you know what it is? Would you say that? Because for me personally, yeah, something like a theater, for me personally, I would see that as kind of like coming out of my comfort zone because it's like that's not something that I'll kind of do on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
What if you
But
love it though?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. Like, there's sometimes in life you just got to come out your comfort zone because you never know whether you actually really like something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
Because for me personally, I feel like I've been to a theatre, but it was like in primary school. You know, primary. That's primary.
Please,
Like,
that's one little
Also,
thing
also
they
it's
do.
really different.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
one-
different.
I-
Still,
I was
like-
in primary school as well. I fell asleep in it.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So ever since then, even stuff like museums and that, like I've been to all of these places in primary school, but it's like because I was in primary school, because I was still kind of young in it, I didn't really see like the benefits or like the
the feeling. You weren't
the
getting
feeling.
the-
I wouldn't
yeah.
really get the feeling, but I feel like now at a different stage in my life, you know, I never know. I might actually like those kind of experiences.
yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I think in primary school when we went, we were going out of. It was a chore.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
educational
Oh, yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the National Science Museum.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't wanna
yeah,
go to
you've got to
that's
go.
true.
And then you've got an exercise you need
Yeah.
to do,
Yeah.
and then you've got homework that you need to do. But
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's like, let's go art. I just want to take in some art. I just want to see some nice things. Like, there's no other. What's that word? I don't know. Like, no other. You don't have any other prerogative there apart from just enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
No one's gonna quiz you. You don't. The information you read, you don't even need to store it.
And there's even no gun to your head to even be there. 'Cause if you've been like there for like 10 minutes, you can go
Literally.
or an hour. You got, do you know what I mean? So it's like
Oh,
you can just
yeah,
pick and
true.
choose. Cause I went to a museum once. I forgot what it's. I go to the London. I went to the one near Oxford Street. What's that one called?
I have no idea.
Piccadilly. What's that thing called?
I don't know,
Oh, guys,
still.
help me.
I know
Not
the British Museum.
not
I'm not-
British
Not
Museum.
Maritime Museum.
I'm not a theatre person, so I
Science
can't help
Museum.
you.
Nah, that, I know that one. I remember that one.
It's not the National History Museum.
National Gallery.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I read
that
by
one,
myself,
yeah,
one
yeah.
day by myself, one up. I enjoyed it. I was there for like over an hour.
But
I was
wait,
just like taking it in.
ain't museums and galleries free though?
Yeah, they're free as
Ain't
well.
even
They're
free.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was
so
like, no, it ain't
in this
gonna
cost
fix
of
it.
living crisis, if you're looking
Go
for
to the
if you're looking for
gallery.
experiences, go to galleries and museums. There you go.
Even this other stuff like just having fun like with your friends. About my birthday, kind of spontaneous shit. But I went to like Ninja Warrior with my friends, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That looks
That
lit
is
still.
it. And it's just like it's just fun. Like, for example, like I don't mind birthday dinners, but I'm kind of like moving away from that. And I'm just like,
it's
I can
getting
talk about this in a
repetitive.
couple months time. Oh, jump on Ninja Warrior and I'm like, so
Yeah,
happy and that. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I hate birthday dinners. I think people just should spend their money. Obviously, if you like birthday dinners, you like birthday dinners, isn't it? But there's so many other things to do. With me, I love a good escape room. They're so good. Like, you're just using your brain. or even
I
just
can't
like
do escape room. I
that's
feel like I'll panic.
it's so good.
And I'm still, it is actually, it's one of my bad things about me, like my flaw, yeah. Like, even though I might panic, yeah, I can't be in that kind of thing, but I need to get out now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just someone that thumbs over, like, get me out. I'm gonna ruin the whole vibe, like, I need to get out still.
You're not gonna see the fun in it. There's only certain things that are for certain people, for sure. But I think it's really good that as we're getting older, we're exploring new things, spending our money on new experiences, sort of like, what's it called, healing your inner child or whatever, like just doing things that you like.
Yeah, no, 100%. Would you say that's something you want to work on doing?
Would I say what?
Like, would you say you want to work on like healing your inner child, or like not really too fussed about it?
So yeah, I'm not really too fussed. Like if obviously I do certain experiences, like obviously go to I don't know, let's just say for example Disneyland, for example, innit? Obviously it's gonna trigger my inner child because it's like obviously from childhood I've been used to watching Disney Channel or whatnot, but
Yeah.
I'm not really like pressed to actually trigger it. It's just one of them ones where if I'm actually doing something or I'm like going out to try a new experience and it obviously triggers it, then yeah, fair enough in it. But I'm not actually like pressed on actually trying to trigger it, if that makes sense.
I think I wanna try to do like Legoland, because I went Legoland when I was a kid.
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
Legoland.
It's fun, but I want to try to go again.
No, it's true because Legoland for me today, out of all the
Like
theme parks that I've been to, because I went there when I was quite young, like primary school, probably like year 4, something like that. But in terms of, I think that was probably one of the first theme parks I've ever been to, since that it's gonna stick with me for life. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely for Legoland, I would definitely say that it's one of the best theme parks that I've been to be fair. But you never know, like you might go there now, even though it triggers your inner child, but you might not enjoy it the way you enjoyed it. Yeah, the way you enjoyed it back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, I was still kind of a kid. That's the same thing with many other places as well. Like for example, for me, Disneyland, I went there when I was a kid. If I was to go there now, would I really enjoy it the way I enjoyed it when I was a
I think
kid?
you would enjoy it if you went to the one not in Paris.
No, I've been to the one in Florida as well.
Oh, is it?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I even low key take back my point because it's like when I went to the one in Florida, it blew my mind. Like
So it's
literally,
way better than Paris. Yeah?
it's literally like in Florida. Imagine Disneyland Paris, but 4 times. That's
Fair
literally
enough.
Crazy.
that's literally Florida.
Sold.
Like it has 4 different parks. In order to get from one part to the next, you have to take a bus, and it takes like a 15-minute journey.
Damn.
It's that big. It's that big. But literally, I went there in like 2018. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is
Is there
mad.
another one?
I think there might be
Is
still.
there, there's not one in Tokyo. That's me making things up. I'm making things up, aren't I?
I don't know.
No, but the only ones that I've known.
China?
I only know Florida. And
Yeah, only
Paris.
Florida and Paris.
But
Those are the only
Disneyland
ones
and
that-
Disney World, I think there's 2 different.
Yeah, I
Disneyland.
think
Paris
the
and
Florida
Disney
one
World.
is Disney World still.
There's nothing in China.
Nah,
Tokyo.
they only got that Mario Kart thing.
Do you know-
That's a shout.
That's on my bucket list.
That Mario
Yeah,
Kart
yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about this. Actually, it's a random question. It's completely nothing to do with this. We're asking about this in Malta.
Yeah.
What are you lot's top 5 countries that you need to visit?
Need to visit.
Need to
Yeah,
check.
because that was This is normal. Have Malta in the top 5.
Thailand is on my bucket list for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I want to say Bali, which I think is in Indonesia. So I might say.
I think so.
Or
Is
in
it
the French?
Bali?
No, it's in the.
Did I pronounce it?
Is it Bali? How do you say
Wow.
Bali?
I'll be saying Bali. I'm bush.
Belly.
I'm bush. Though.
Oh
That's probably
my
why.
I think it's in
Good.
the French Polynesia or in Indonesia. Which is in the French Polynesia? I can't remember. Bali. What's the one that's got 2 words? And it's the same word repeated.
Boro.
That's the one. That's
Yeah.
in
What?
the French
Bora
Bora
Bora.
Bora.
But
That's
that
in
one
the
is
French-
expensive. That's like
Yeah.
it's like it takes like a whole day to get there.
Yeah, same as
Like, it's literally
Thailand, like because you're stopping off in Singapore and then you're going somewhere.
literally
else.
it's like on the Boro is literally like I think it's like on the other side of the world to where we are
where we
right
are
now.
now.
It's far,
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe actually Bora Bora instead of Bali. So yeah, Thailand. Can't think of any more actually. Oh, Jamaica or like Saint Nevis and Kitts, like somewhere in the Caribbean. But maybe I should say Jamaica. Iceland because I really want to see the Northern Lights. That's definitely on my bucket
Fair
list. Or Finland or somewhere that I can ski or something. And then I would say Senegal. Very random, but basically I saw a girl do this thing where you can like walk with lions if you're holding a
Okay.
stick, and it looked so cool. And she was in Senegal. Obviously, you probably can't only do it in Senegal, but that.
You wanna go Senegal for that?
yeah. So those are my top 5.
What's your top 5?
For me, Dubai definitely. I want to go, even though I've been to America already. I want to go there again. I feel like I don't know what it is, but I feel like America is just in and around everyone's top 5 or top 10. Where it doesn't
Where
matter.
particularly in America,
For
we
me.
don't mind.
For me, Miami, innit? Don't judge me, but Miami, innit? Obviously, I went Florida last time, but Miami is literally around the corner from Florida. But Miami this time, innit? I'll definitely say. I'm trying to think of other countries. To be fair, there's not really top 5 because I've been to a couple
You
of
mean
places.
quite a couple of
I've been to a
places.
couple of places already. Sorry, but I definitely say. I don't know. Even though it's popping right now, I want to say Morocco only because it's like it's kind of different to what I'm. It's kind of different to what I'm kind of used to, like with the sand and everything there. Like even though that they have that in Dubai as well, but I feel like in Morocco it's literally everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as you look out your window, you're seeing literally sand there, so it's a different experience. Iceland is definitely one as well. Even though I went Switzerland the other day.
The other day.
Yeah, literally
You
the
went-
other day. I
I
went.
found this.
I went.
I was jealous. I was like, yeah, you don't even like. You don't even
I went the
like.
other day. That obviously Switzerland as well is kind of outside of my comfort zone. Like it's not in people's top 5, but I just wanted to have the experience of going to like a cold country.
Wait,
like
were you
a snow-
skiing or
Yeah,
was it like-
skiing,
oh,
skiing as
nice,
well.
nice,
yeah.
nice.
Like people are asking me like, bro, why are you in Switzerland, bro? Don't worry about
having
me.
fun,
innit?
yeah.
I'm having
Don't
fun.
worry
Like
about me,
it's
man.
not every single day. Like go to like a hot country. Sometimes come out your comfort zone and try
Literally.
Freeze it
other
for a
stuff.
bit.
But Iceland, yeah, definitely because of I saw it has the Blue Lagoon and stuff
Yeah, the
like
Blue
that.
Lagoon.
Yeah.
Great,
So.
great. I think it's like a not a pool, but a
Yeah.
lagoon is like
Yeah.
not a swimming pool.
Is it
like
the pool where it's like it's in the cold but it's hot?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
warm,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Iceland's cold.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in Reykjavik.
I just like the whole like look of it and that. Like I literally saw it the other day. Like someone that I know went there, and what's that? 4 countries, isn't it? My 5th, I'd definitely say.
Have you been anywhere in Asia before?
You know what? Yeah, I haven't really been at too much. Do you know what it is? I feel like with Asia, I feel like that's more like not to be sexist, innit? But I feel like I've heard girls saying that they want to go to like the Thailands, the Indonesias more than men. Like, I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't really
okay.
hear.
Thank you. Like the little.
No, I don't really hear a lot of guys saying that that's on their top 5.
Five.
Obviously, there's different kind of guys that obviously would like to do that, but not the majority. Do you get what I'm saying? From like my side, isn't it? But I'll definitely say somewhere like. To be fair, more times for me, I've just had the top 3: Dubai, America, and somewhere in Africa. That was my top 3. Top 5, I've kind of. Huh?
Morocco was your other
Yeah.
one,
Top 5 for me, because I've been to a lot of places already. It's like it kind of limits me to. I've got a list of cities that I want to go to.
Yeah,
But-
I have cities actually as well.
Countries is like I've been to quite a few. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
What about you?
The ones that I want to go to, mine are similar to yours, but I've got some different ones. I actually want to go. To start from, I know in Europe, like Europe is fine, whatever. I thought
You're
like
done
top
with
five.
Europe?
There's no top 5 for me. Like I
In
could say
Europe.
Greece, but I'm kind of forcing it. Like it's not
Yeah.
really top 5 for me. I actually want to go to India.
fair enough.
I want to go to India. I actually want to go to like you said, somewhere in the Caribbean, like Trinidad.
I can't lie, I
I
should've
want to go
put
to
that
the
as well.
carnival in Trinidad. I
should've
want to
put-
go to Brazil.
Brazil. Oh my god.
Oh my God, Brazil.
Brazil.
Hey, Brazil looks
I need
lit.
to
Oh
go
my
there.
God.
Carnival there. That
That's what I'm
was-
saying.
No,
I think-
Brazil looks lit
I
still.
think Carnival is between Brazil and Trinidad. I don't know who's the better one, but them. I
No,
want
because
to go
they've
there.
got like the Caribbean one. Oh, but Brazil have got like the South. Wow.
I want to go there. America's not on my list per se, but if there was somewhere in America I want to go to, honestly, it'd be either New York or Miami. I can't lie, be one of those two.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the last one, yeah, I ain't really got one. Like, obviously, I want to go to obviously Egypt, Morocco, and that, but like, it's not a top 5 because I know like it sounds silly, yeah, but like. I'm already I'm African, and I go to Cameroon in it already.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
going somewhere in Africa isn't like I need to go there already. I'm gonna go regardless.
Yeah.
It don't really make sense, but like, that's how I back it up.
Yeah, I get what
But
you
yeah, but Brazil need to go there. I need to go to India. I know,
India,
I know,
that's
but
so
it's gonna sound so silly, yeah. And I hope I'm not getting my facts wrong. When I was at uni, yeah, the things I will learn about India, I want to go and see what it's like
What
there.
were you learning?
No, the working population. No, like,
What
you know,
were you
it's gonna
learning?
sound so stupid out loud, yeah, but like the working population, like the GDP.
No,
whatever,
I
yeah.
kinda-
I want to
like
see with my
economic
eyes.
stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to see
okay.
with my eyes how busy
I
India
can't lie,
is.
I kind of hear it because it's like
You know what I'm saying?
even back in the day, like you know, like with I used to not used to in it, but I've seen a couple like Bollywood kind of things, like the things that they wear, like just like the whole culture and all of that stuff. There,
mad
like
different. I wanna
it's crazy.
see
It's
that.
crazy still. I kind of
Like,
get where you're coming
if
from.
not there, like I know it sounds mad. I want to go to one of these Asian countries.
Yeah,
If not,
Singapore, Thailand. It's got to be somewhere Asia.
but I want to go to like Bangladesh.
Oh yeah,
Pakistan.
yeah.
I want to go there.
You know it is. You know it is though. That
I want to go to that part. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it is because, like, for example, like Cameroon for me. Yeah, I'm Cameroonian, but like Cameroon ain't like no rich, like it ain't like going to Dubai. Like there's nice parts, but like there's certain places where it's like you're still. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel like that's kind of like everywhere in Africa.
yeah, but I
still.
don't see Bangladesh. I don't see them places having like
Do you know what it is?
the-
What you're saying is not a holiday destination. You're going for a different. You're going for
Yeah, but I
You're
need
not
to go there.
Yeah, but you need. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're not going for vibes. You're going because you want to take something from that. Like you want to actually feel fulfilled there.
100%.
And feel like you've learned and immersed yourself in the culture.
You worded it better for me
Yeah.
because you worded it. I want to go there, yeah, but like, yeah, man. Obviously,
Not
full of
for holiday,
vibes.
yeah.
Obviously, Miami, New York, Thailand, and stuff like I said.
Yeah.
Brazil, Trinidad, 100%.
Things go Caribbean all my days.
I need to go Brazil.
Well,
I
you
don't
see-
understand. I need to go to
You see,
Brazil.
you see with the Caribbean though, yeah. For me personally, I don't know where it is, isn't it? But for me personally, I would only go to the Caribbean, like whether it's Jamaica, Trinidad, with a Jamaican or Trinidad.
Yeah, I'll
person.
need my friends to take me.
I want,
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
the experience. Like for example, if my friend was coming to Europe or Nigeria or Cameroon,
Yeah, the same
if
thing.
you would have come with me, because I'll give you like a
literally.
deeper
Good experience. Yeah, like show me everything.
Yeah,
that kind of
literally.
thing.
Even-
As long- yeah, go on.
Even with Nigeria as well, I'm only going to Nigeria with a Nigerian
friend,
person.
bro.
Oh, wait, where you from?
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Oh, you're very coming. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Sorry.
But
I've
yeah,
only-
of course. Like we'll take you into like come and experience it properly. Yeah. If there's a country where my friend is from, because I've got no like Thai friends. I was gonna say Thailand.
What are they called?
Thailand.
Thai. They're called Thai.
Thai, yeah.
Thai. Yeah. I've got no Thai friends. I've got no Indian friends. I've got no friends
either.
from these sort of countries. I've got no Icelandic friends. But I've got Jamaican friends, and when Dejan went to Jamaica, he showed me. When went to Jamaica, he showed me everything. Like they've got mangoes with no season. I don't know if you know that existed.
I didn't know it was a thing.
It
That's
looked
mad.
like it looked good. He was always having Jamaican food. The weather was good. The sky was blue. The sea was blue.
What can
It
we
was
show them in
amazing.
Cameroon?
What?
What can we show someone in Cameroon?
That's a good
He
question.
goes more than me. I don't know what to say about Cameroon, but I'll just say
I can't lie, yeah. I can't lie.
Like, the parties and stuff like that.
Me personally, what I'll do is I kind of like take, because what I found out the other day, which is mad, the amount of times I've been to Cameroon, I only literally found out the other day, but we have beaches in it, but it's not really in the capital city. You kind of like have to
to
travel
go out
there.
to find
Yeah,
it.
you have to not go out to find. It's like car journey, not even a car journey, but transport to get there probably like an hour. But you got beaches, obviously stuff to do, activities to do there, like little stuff in it, like bowling, sightseeing, obviously in it, but even clubbing as well. Something I can't lie. So clubbing in Africa is
everyone
it's
has
funny
to-
still. It's different. Still, it's different. I can't lie to you, but yeah, like
I don't know if I'll show something in Cameroon because I haven't been. The last place that I remember, you knew it before, Nubel.
yeah.
What I remember very well in Nubel, like there was some strip, and it's busy, but they sell like all the suya
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
what-
about this
yeah.
one particular strip.
Yeah.
That's what I'll show you. I don't know.
Yeah,
how to
it's
do it.
like-
It's not the fanciest thing in the world, but I'll
Yeah.
show you that and you
Nah.
enjoy it.
Literally.
It's
Yeah.
raw. We got a raw
it's like
experience.
very, very real and like
have
in
you
the
been?
culture.
Have you been Nige?
Yeah, met several times. I used to live there. I wasn't
Oh.
born there, but I used to live there. Not there's anything wrong with being
Okay.
born there, but I used to... sorry. I wasn't born there, but it's not a disclaimer. I wasn't born there, but I used to live there. And I've been like several times. Yeah, Nigeria is great. Well, it's great when you got money. Like when
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
visiting
yeah.
Nigeria is great.
I feel like I can't lie. I feel like that's in terms of Africa, because my parents say this a lot. When you've got money, you live good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
true.
different
Like
experience.
it's
from
different
You're living
experience.
it
Like
differently
you're living,
compared to, like-
yeah.
those that don't, unfortunately.
But it's a bit similar to it. No, it's
Nah,
not. No,
'cause
it's not. It's different. The
He is
jungle
like, do
different.
you know what it is?
Sorry,
Do you know what it is?
I-
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like cool. For example, for us personally, innit? Someone like, let's just say you have 10, 20 bags to your name. You go to Africa with 10, 20 bags to your, you're living like a king.
Yeah,
or queen.
100%. Your
Literally.
money is.
But over here in UK, 10, 20 bags is nothing.
Look at
That
me
can
like,
literally
like-
vanish in 3 months.
Yeah, the money can go very.
Is that all
quickly,
you
yeah.
have?
The cost of living here is so expensive.
Yeah,
In
I mean-
Nigeria, the cost of living is cheaper, but even if you're not wealthy here, if you go back to Nigeria, or not just Nigeria, but certain countries, you're still good. very good.
That's I think that's true actually.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, no, we got to change that.
100. Do you feel like, in terms of Africa, well, there's some countries in Africa that are actually quite more developed than others, but do you feel like it's going to change for the better, or is it just going to always be corrupt?
Nigeria, we just had that nonsense election.
Please, Cameroon, you've had the same president. How long have you been there?
we can't lie,
How
it's
the
been
president been
You
the
see-
same forever?
You see, me personally, I don't really.
I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not capping. My dad is 53.
And the same president's been there.
Yeah, like my
I
dad,
can't
like, Pubi has been about for decades.
I don't really.
As in,
I don't really pay.
everyone's doomed. Everything is just doomed.
Everything,
It's a shame.
Back like even like them countries, Nigeria. I don't know what Ghana's saying. Even like Congo, just like
Oh no, Congo I feel bad for. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, they're thing. Because the maddest thing with Congo, I actually feel like they should be one of the richest countries
Definitely.
in the world. No, if not Africa, the world
Yeah.
still. But they've just been fucking treated like a
That
J-bag.
thing is peak. I can't lie. Like everyone in Africa gets it, but I'm telling you. But I don't know. Before I wrap this up, I've got nothing to back this up when I say this. I think Africa is the best continent in the world.
in terms of
Everything. I can't
What's
back it
everything?
up. Everything.
like
Alright, cool. Let me. And now I'll go back it up.
yeah, you have to in terms of what? Or
In terms of
If
what
we
still?
were to give all the continents their if Africa had the resources and everything that they needed,
Yeah.
bro, no one's talking to Africa straight.
Fair enough.
Definitely, it's
You know what I mean?
the most,
No
it
one-
could be. It has a potential.
Yeah, the potential that
to
Africa
be,
has as a whole.
the most powerful continent in the
And
world.
it's so, I feel like it's probably the most diverse, bro. Because when you deep it, how you telling me Egypt is the same Africa as Congo and South Africa, and then we have Algeria somewhere, and then we have Sudan, Somalia. Come on,
The
Yeah,
funniest thing
true.
is, if you look
Somalia.
at like the other continents, for example, South America, and look.
Latino.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
literally.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
their race.
That's
their
what I'm
race.
saying. But
Sorry.
as in Africa, you might get an albino there, a black person
That's very
there.
true.
Yeah, you got white
Do you know what I'm saying? You got
Africans,
like a blend of
And even like
different
East
people.
Africans, their features,
Very
compared to
different.
like West or same, like it's very different. And even like in like Algeria and them lot are
They're white, like
yeah.
they're white
And
Africans.
the maddest thing is, in terms of Africans, it's them like ourselves, isn't it? I feel like every single continent you kind of go to, you'll find an African there. Like I feel like an African can kind of adapt to any type of continent, whereas someone like a South America might not be able to adapt to Africa or like a different kind of continent. You know what I'm saying?
What have you got against South America?
So,
Yeah, because it's heavy on the
No.
South American,
So,
like South
They,
American.
do you know what it is? They're just around the corner from Africa, innit? But that's what I'm gonna say, innit? But I ain't got nothing against South America. You lot are lovely people.
That's actually true, you know.
I think Africa's a great country, a continent. Africans are great people.
Yeah. But no, so going back to your point, like actually no, I agree with your point.
I told you that.
It's the best. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the best content in the world.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
even about everything that we have, like, I can't lie. Maybe because we're biased because we are African, this is the
Yeah.
best one. European.
But they don't see it as the best.
No, definitely.
They won't see it as the best, but they don't know what the potential is.
Like, I wish if they knew their true potential.
Maybe it's because they know their true potential and that's why they're holding them back.
I can't lie. Yeah, that going back to a time ago, other people that kind of like, basically the
Yeah.
Europeans kind of took advantage of because they knew our true potential.
They knew.
They knew.
They knew still.
They
Makes
knew
sense.
it. But, anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode and see you guys next time.